This should be an easy game tonight, right? What makes you say that, coach? They're playing their AHL roster tonight, bunch of clowns. I don't know, coach. They got a pretty good system, and they're also really well coached. No Gallagher, no Price, no Weber. What do they got? They got the Jets. That's who they got. What the was that? 6 in a row, boys. 6 in a row. 6 L's. 6 goals, that is. So apparently the Jets decided to come play this hockey game tonight with a golf ball instead of a hockey puck because it was bouncing all over the ice. Do puck bounces actually cost you the game, or are puck bounces just a result of not working hard enough and the other team having a high enough skill to be able to take advantage of the opportunities of bouncing pucks? I don't know. I really don't know. As a coach, sometimes I think that's just the way the puck bounces. Other times as a coach, I think, try freaking harder. You're being paid millions of dollars and we've practiced this for 35 years. You should know how to handle a puck. No, but I digress. I mean, it's Montreal. They've tried winning for the last 20 years. I mean, unlike the pre-Shanahan era Leafs, that is, except they have wasted Carey Price's career basically by not getting him a Stanley Cup or building around him, but that doesn't really matter because they beat the Jets tonight anyway with an AHL team. So stick around as I talk about the two teams that spend the most amount on scouting in the NHL. Fun fact, Montreal and Winnipeg lead the NHL in scouting. Winnipeg's had some pretty good draft picks. Montreal's drafted a guy named Kotkaniemi. You mean Kotkaniemi? Economies. I'm just going to call him Cox. Stick around till the end. I'm going to talk to my fantastic subscribers who have jumped all on this channel. If you're brand new, please subscribe below, smash a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Habs fans, welcome to the conversation. We have been ripping on Leafs fans and chirping the Oilers for a couple videos now. We're going to break down this entire game, where the Jets went wrong. We'll talk about their 6-game losing streak. And at the end of the video, for all of my subscribers that have left amazing comments, I'm going to thank you. I've got a special part for you at the end of this, so stick all the way through. Roll the intro.
Here's Lemieux. The center penalty coming up. Look at Lemieux. Oh, my goodness. What a goal. Oh, baby.
All right, so the first goal goes in after a jump puck. You ever heard of a jump puck before? No, I literally haven't. Yeah, no, there was a jump puck. There was 2 red jerseys, 2 white jerseys. Went to play it out of the air. Kind of a neat thing you don't see every day. Really goes to show how exciting this game was, that this is what I'm talking about. But the Jets end up converting that jump puck into a very good transition play where Paul Stastny knocks the puck out of midair, comes in, puts a nice shot in behind Jake Allen. Jets go up 1-0, even though they're being outshot and outplayed by the Habs. And Habs fans, I understand now why St. Louis cut and let go of Jake Allen and didn't like him. They won a cup after. It's not very good. Carey Price is, though. Can I really even make fun of you? I mean, he just beat us. Ugh. Okay, but it's 1-0 Jets. By the end of the first period, the Montreal Canadiens outshot the Winnipeg Jets 7-12, and that would be an indicator of how the rest of this game was about to go. But all things were looking positive heading into the break. After getting out of the break, turns out Blake Wheeler went up to the top of the stats box, used his captain powers, and got that goal taken away from Paul Stastny, so Blake Wheeler gets his 50,000th point. Good job, Blake. The Jets' transition tonight was legit for half of the game. They're back checking, back pressure, backtracking, back pressure, checking, pressure, backing. Why do they keep changing the name of this stuff? It used to just be called back checking. Now it's back pressure, and now it's changed to tracking. Anyways, the Jets forwards use their speed to back check properly, assisting the Winnipeg Jets defensemen by shrinking that gap that we've been talking about and allowing the Jets defense to stand up at the line and play the Montreal Rush. Speaking of the Montreal Rush, did you notice in this game that Montreal plays one of the best systematic games of hockey in the NHL? I hate complimenting the Habs. I really do. But this team, they don't have any superstars. Even though all their best players are hurt, you can see their AHL players come on in, including Cole Caulfield, who actually looks pretty good, and they play a fantastic system. When you blink, there are always 4 to 5 red jerseys on the screen, whether we have 1, 2, 3. They're always outnumbering white jerseys, and they do this to every team, and that's how they've stayed in the race for the playoffs, and that's why they are so dangerous going against the Leafs this year. Leafs should end up clearing them out in the first round, unless the Jets fall to 4th, which may actually end up being a good thing because I'd rather play the Leafs. Oh, I don't know what's a good thing. The Jets are just in a tailspin right now. But anyways, Montreal plays a very good collapse style system around their net, and they are always attacking in numbers and pressuring in numbers. So great job by the Winnipeg Jets for the first half of the game with their back checking, allowing their defensemen to play the Montreal Canadiens at their blue line. So I thought we had it corrected and maybe we were headed to a better place with our defense, and then, well, we weren't. So the second goal goes in after a great chance by the Montreal Canadiens goes high and wide. Don't shoot high and wide. Like every time you hit a post or you go high and wide or you miss a chance on an odd man rush, it's always going the other way and into the back of your own net, baby. And that's exactly what happens. Trevor Lewis puts in his first one tonight. Yes, you heard that right. Trevor, fourth line Lewis, goes ahead and puts in a knife from a nice cross-ice pass. Jake Allen doesn't have a chance. Well, actually, he did have a chance because 3 Montreal Canadiens were surrounding Trevor Lewis and decided to not lift his stick. But I can't really continue talking trash about their fourth line scoring around 3 Montreal Canadiens because we lost the game anyway. But good job, Trevor Lewis. Suzuki bounces back legitimately with a bouncing puck in the slot, beating Connor Hellebuyck to bring the game a little bit closer together. And that Nick Suzuki is looking like quite the player. Good draft pick. I like what I see out of him. Very offensively gifted. Nick, not bad. I'd take you in a trade. But once again, in our own D zone, no one was tying up his stick. I understand Connor Hellebuyck couldn't see it. I know it's really easy to just say, it's a bouncing puck and bad luck. Well, that bad luck cost you the game, so I don't really believe in that. There's always a defensive structure that can help you out and help you play better in the D zone, and really didn't have it tonight, so Nick Suzuki goes ahead and pots his first. After that, we see Kyle Connor break his stick, and we end up with basically a 5-on-4. I don't really know why players break their stick and stay out there. They say as announcers and coaches that it's really a 50-50 play and having a body out there is better than no body, but I really don't think it is. It feels like a power play. You're doing nothing. You're kind of just a screen for the goalie. It takes all of 6 seconds to get to the bench and get your stick, and sure, you're playing 5-on-4 for that, but I always tell the players that I coach, immediately drop your stick, get to the bench, get a new stick or get a change, because you were just useless out there with a stick. Like a dog trying to football. So after that rant, Trevor Lewis goes on to score his second goal, and if you placed a little bit of money on Play Now or Bet365 on Trevor Lewis scoring 2, you got paid out like gangbusters, because it's the first time it's happened since 2014. Nice job, Trevor. But the fourth line was all over the Montreal Canadiens today, and the Winnipeg Jets' depth was tested. Trevor Lewis ends up going in on a 3-on-1 and does the only logical thing a fourth line center is going to do on a 3-on-1, and that is not make a cross-crease pass and go to Bardowski. Jake Allen bites on Trevor Lewis, looking over to his partner and makes a post-to-post kick, and that net was wide open. You really telegraphed that one, Jake, so good job. However, it wasn't to be, because the Habs, Lehkonen comes back and, well, puts a puck in the net and makes this game tight. Josh Morrissey takes a holding call, and I just love it when players chirp guys after they take an obvious penalty. Josh Morrissey gets his stick tied up with the player, gets called for holding, guy goes down, they'll make that call all day, but that man is beaking the referee and the person he ends up committing the foul on all the way to the box. Josh, I freaking love it. Not a boy with the chirping, but like, seriously, we can't actually believe that's not a penalty. Like, he went down like a sack of bricks. Well, maybe he dove, but he didn't get the call. Get in the box. So on the power play, Suzuki ends up fooling Hellebuyck, and we pay for it. So one of our best defensemen being in the box ends up costing us. So all that chirping means nothing, because Nick Suzuki has his second one from a great shot by Jake Muzzin. Jake Muzzin? Jake Muzzin plays for the Leafs. Jeff Petrie. All these Eastern defensemen feel the same, don't they? Jake, Jeff, like, they're all just like, what, 3-4 defensemen that are just good enough? Wish we had a 3-4 defenseman that was good enough. Okay, with 14 minutes left in the third, the shots are 14 for Winnipeg and 27 for Montreal. Not looking good right now, boys. Montreal takes a penalty for too many men on the ice, and the Jets can't capitalize. During that, unfortunately, Paul Stastny's stick gets caught up trying to whack a golf ball out of the midair. Comes that golf ball again, and he takes a high stick. Fortunately, that high sticking turns into another Montreal power play goal, and the Jets go down 4-3, and that's all she wrote for this game. At this point in the game, the Jets have 20 shots on net with 2 minutes left going into the third. 20 shots. 20 shots. 20 shots! I mean, the Jets, you defend and you defend and you talk about playing defensive structures and you defend, and can't we just get a goal when we need to get one? And I mean, I get it. We got 3, but 20 shots. Like, we could have had 8. Should have 30 shots by this time. Yikes. What's going on, Jets? So the game ends with top titty Tyler Toffoli finishing it to make it a 5-3 game with the empty net goal. Yes, you heard that right. His nickname is Top Titty. Go check it out if you didn't know that. Best nickname in the NHL, Foley. So in the end, what can the Jets do? I mean, we're on a 6-game losing streak. You fire Maurice? Do you trade Blake Wheeler? Do you just relax, like I said a few videos ago, calm down, and hopefully we can get into there and play? Or are the Jets just really being what the analysts and everybody over in Vegas thought we would be, a bottom 3 team? The Jets were not projected to come into the season as a playoff team by the experts, yet managed for 3/4 of the season to never lose 2 games back-to-back, and Frank, look dominant with Connor Hellebuyck backstopping us all the way to 2nd place in this division until this 6-game losing streak. So are the Jets really just showing the true colors of who they were? Montreal was supposed to be a playoff team. Edmonton was supposed to be a playoff team. Toronto was supposed to be a playoff team. Is Winnipeg finally just achieving what they were supposed to achieve at the beginning of the year? Why don't you let me know by leaving a comment down below? And if you like the Jets, heck, even if you like the Habs, give this video a thumbs up. Habs fans, if you've made your way here, don't feel too bad about me talking about your team. I let you off pretty easy tonight because we're 6 games in and I don't really have the wherewithal to start chirping you like I do the bandwagon shirt tucking corporate Leafs fans, but I will get to you. I will get to you. Bunch of wine drinking strike, never go to work. But anyways, it was a tough game and I really appreciate you guys for watching. Subscribers, hang around. We're going to talk about some of the best comments you left right now. So let's lighten up the mood. Let me share some of the fantastic comments you've left me over the last few videos. All right, BHT824. You're looking for a shout out to the subscribers? You're the first person today getting a big shout out. My man's here is an Oilers fan. I like Oilers fans. I just don't like the Oilers. He's an Oilers fan from Brandon, Manitoba. Don't ask me how that happens. I guess he just cheers for a winner. What else do you want me to say, Jets fans? They've had our number since 1979. And he cheers for the Wheat Kings. I grew up playing against the Wheat Kings and beating the Wheat Kings, but they're still a fantastic team. I absolutely adore them. Go Wheaties go. Thanks for being a subscriber, big guy. John Lick 4, I absolutely adore this comment. Finally, we have met. It's not finally. We've met a lot of you on this channel. There are a lot of fantastic, true, diehard Leafs fans. John Lick, you are definitely one of them. I love that you get it. You get the humor. You get what we're trying to do. Thank you so much for being a subscriber, having my back, and being here with us. Go Jets go, but yeah, all right, the Leafs are fine. Hassam Hussein, Oilers or Leafs? Ooh, that's a, can we just like not, and can the world end and we just all leave due to COVID or something instead of making this decision? All right, I'll stop being so melodramatic, but you're not going to like my answer. I'm going to pick the Leafs. And I'm going to pick the Leafs because really, I hate the Oilers. I do. Don't hate Oilers fans. Love Edmonton, Alberta. Like Alberta in general. Don't like the Oilers. Every time the Jets get a semblance of a good team, and we had a good team in the early 90s, we had a good team in the mid 80s, we have a really good team now. We always end up facing the frickin' Oilers. And the Oilers always end up with a generational player. Gretzky, McDavid, Draisaitl, Curry. It never ends. I just want a freaking break. So I guess if the Jets are out, go Leafs. U Games 10. New kid to hockey. Love the fact that new people are finding the game of hockey. Hockey is probably the 7th, 8th most popular sport in North America right now. It's behind esports. The NHL is getting killed because frankly, they just don't let you do anything fun. It's why I can't show clips on this channel. So how's it going to grow? I don't know if the world's into small town Canada, but it really seems like they're just focusing hockey on small town Canadians. And I don't think that's the way to go. Anyways, really awesome to have you on the channel. And yes, you are a real Leafs fan. Just because you are a new Leafs fan doesn't make you any less of a Leafs fan than anybody else. So no, you are not a bandwagon shirt tucking corporate fan. Thanks for being part of this channel. Love you. Ron Ryan. I love your last name, Ryan. Coach Ryan. Ron Ryan. Draisaitl should have been first. You're right. Peter Chiarelli actually ended up signing a good deal. We thought at the time that it was a laughable deal because frankly, everything Chiarelli does is laughable with the exception of this contract. So it ends up being one of the best contracts in the NHL. Draisaitl should have gone first. He's totally an elite player. There's no point in even trying to compare Leon Draisaitl without Connor McDavid because we don't have to worry about it. They play together like Curry and Gretzky. It was four first overall picks. And again, I don't know who you had to bribe to finally get His Holiness McJesus, but at least he hit on one. Nuge, he's okay, I guess. Yakupov, bum. Taylor or Tyler? Guess it should have been Tyler, but seriously, you had 4. We've never had any. Dave Pike, as a Leafs fan my whole life, and talking about the disappointment that he has experienced. You're a realist, Dave. I like it. Why would anyone join the bandwagon? I don't know, Dave. Why would they? You only live in a city that is population 2.8 million and have a GTA surrounding area of 8 to 10 million. There seems to be a team that was an original six. They have cool jerseys. They wear the maple leaf. For some reason, they're blue, even though they're Canada's team. I guess Montreal went ahead and took red, but they also added blue. I don't understand the original colors, but your jerseys are sick. I love the Leafs jerseys, except your grays. Gross. So why would anyone bandwagon this team? I really don't know. Other than family heritage or dusting the jersey out of the closets, you've really only had one good run pre-Shanahan era. Post-Shanahan era has been pretty good, other than the fact that you can't get through the Boston Bruins, but you've built a pretty good team. Pre-Shanahan, you had the Gilmore-Clark days. It's pretty good days. Who are you on? Team Gilmore or Team Clark? I don't know if I'm a big fan of domestic disputes, but you definitely had one, and Patrick Waugh ended up blowing through you with the Montreal Canadiens, and he ended up breaking the hearts of LA and Wayne Gretzky on their way to their final cup victories. So, yeah. Michael Hellman. I hear that Winnipeg's humble. Look, dude. You ever been coast to coast in Canada? We are very, very polite, humble people. Halifax to Victoria, except for when it comes to hockey. Montreal legitimately rioted. They thought, you know what the best thing we could do as a city right now that we've lost? Burn our own homes down. Bunch of morons. Vancouver, not much better when they lost in the Stanley Cup final. Toronto, throwing jerseys on the ice. Although I don't blame Toronto for throwing jerseys on the ice. That product was absolute dog. So people from Winnipeg, we are pretty humble. We have 6-month-long winters. We have a population of like just over 700,000. We don't really have any surrounding suburbs of note, but I mean, yeah, we got Selkirk and Stonewall. We can just kind of call them as part of Winnipeg though, and they're good people. We used to have a Victoria's Secret in a mall, and I think it ended up closing. We got our first Apple store something like 10 years ago. We're just a tiny little city. We are very humble, but when it comes to the Jets, don't fuck with us. And then finally, our last positive comment comes from Joe Hill. Joe, you've been all over this board. Really appreciate you being here as a Leafs fan. You got some great dialogue. You, Mikey Tech seems to have some really good dialogue as well too. We'll shout you out and post a couple of your comments next video. Really love the back and forth banter we had. Joe, appreciate you coming here, bringing your friends, subscribing, liking. Awesome having you on the channel. And finally, our Steamer of the Week goes to Sean V. Wow, go check out the comments this guy left. Thinks I'm salty. Sean V, I'm salt of the earth, baby. I am salt. I am a giver. I sit here creating videos hours after hours full of humor, funny lines, great analysis breakdown, handsome beards, and no hair. And this is the best you got. Funny thing about this is every comment you leave, every downvote you strike, every upvote that people strikes counts as engagement. And it goes towards the YouTube algorithm, which actually pushes my videos higher and higher. And as a brand new channel that's trying to grow with great people like we have on this channel, you really ended up helping us out. So I appreciate you being here and commenting. I think you're a little bit, upset. I don't know why you're so angry. It's nothing to be angry about. I didn't call you out. Maybe it's because you're shirt tucking bandwagon corporate fan. You are a shirt tucker, aren't you, Sean V? Well, I can tell you who's not a shirt tucker. My friend Redonkulous, who actually also understands this channel and comes to me with a big save. Thanks, buddy. All my subs, everybody who's found their way to this channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. We're going to keep making some awesome content. Check out my NFL videos. If you're also an NFL fan, just drop some day one videos there as well. If not, stick around for more North Division, Jets, Leafs, Habs, and Oilers action. Catch you later.